Okay, hello runners. So in this episode of Runterview, which I think is already episode 9 already, I'm very happy to welcome another local marathoner who qualified for the SEA Games in 2017. And on my right over here, we have Jasmine Goh. Yeah, hello Jasmine. So of course, Jasmine is also a mother of 2. And what's interesting about Jasmine is you only started running in your 30s in 2011, and you managed to qualify for your first ever SEA Games at the age of 37. Is it? Yeah, which is really awesome. Leh. So and not just that, Jasmine Goh finished 4th. So she was the 4th fastest run marathoner in Southeast Asia during 2017. And before I let her talk, so I just list some of her accolades first. You are Stanchart Marathon 2016 local champion. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, if the sources not right, you just correct me. And your personal best is at Standard Chartered Marathon Hong Kong 2017, which is around 2 hours and 54 minutes. Yes?
Yes.
Wow, awesome.
Yes.
And there's also another detail that I found is you're also the champion of the 100-kilometer Trans-Lantau in Hong Kong in 2018.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's really awesome. For someone that started running in her 30s, this is really crazy. And and another interesting thing about Jasmine, when I Google about Jasmine, and of course when we Google about some individual, we will be able to see some of her past photos as well. And what's also amazing about Jasmine, as the interview last time I see some of the interviews you did during 2016, 2017. The photos that's attached to all these interviews as compared to the interviews you did in 2019, 2018 prior, right? And you seems to have reverse aging. It means you seems to get younger and younger every day. So as if any ladies still need any reason to run, you just look at Jasmine can already.
Exercise really helps, I guess.
Okay. I just like to really ask. You mentioned in the previous interview that you started running in 2011 to lose weight. So were you like a little bit chubby then?
Yeah, I think when I made the comment that I wanted to lose weight, well, maybe all women will never be satisfied with the weight they are in.
I agree.
I don't think I was overly obese. I was probably just feeling a little out of shape. Yeah, and I was going back to work.
Yeah,
I wanted to fit into my clothes.
Okay.
And after having 2 kids, staying at home, I think that was mission impossible. So I wanted to just do a little workout. I think also because I had some time for myself.
Yes.
The kids were going to school.
Ah.
So I think a part of sweating it out, losing some weight, was also to have some me time. Yeah.
So what you mentioned about it's actually quite consistent as my wife. So during that time, right, you mentioned about trying to fit into clothes. So my wife managed to lose like 15 to 20 kg that time during our wedding when she's trying to fit into her wedding clothes as well. So this is a great motivation.
There you go. Because I think women, we are motivated by our body image, maybe. Just more so. So that's our primary motivation, to look good. So I think, if I could inspire any women out there, that you can actually reverse aging, I think, if you just adopt an active lifestyle. Healthy eating, active lifestyle, then you really can look younger.
Really awesome. Not just women. Nowadays, men are also getting more and more vain already. Like one of the reason why I want.
Are you running because you want to lose weight?
Yeah, last time I have a big tummy. Now no more already. So.
Oh dear. Okay.
So it's quite common that everyone wants to look better through running. And is it really there's a lot of debate whether running can really help someone to lose weight. What is your take on it?
You don't have to run to lose weight. I think through proper nutrition you can lose weight. But running has got other forms of benefits that I think diet doesn't provide. like when you exercise, there's your dopamine, your
Yeah.
just the good hormones, your
Yes.
endorphins that let you feel good.
Yes, correct.
So I think running is just overall health, has got overall health benefits.
Yeah.
When I started, it was purely to lose weight, but I think as I get along my running journey, then it was also to really enjoy the run and the benefits of running.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you ask me, running is not the only way you can lose weight, but it is one of the ways I know that can help a lot of people.
Yeah.
Provided you do it correctly and don't get injured.
Yeah. Yeah. So during that time, you mentioned that I saw in one of the interview you mentioned that why you pick up running as the main sports to lose weight is because it's very convenient. You just need yourself and your pair of shoes, and you're able to start running. You don't even need any like special equipment. So this is what I really like.
No.
I always been telling a lot of folks who
Yes.
want to gain back their fitness, right? That running is actually one of the most accessible sports ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah. So when I started running, I remember I was wearing just an old pair of shorts and a cotton tee. And then I had people asking me if I ever went shopping because everybody was in dry fit singlet. And I was still in like cotton tee because to me, because I was staying at home with kids, so I didn't really know what's out there. And so I just assumed that everybody was just wearing cotton t-shirt and shorts like when we were in school, when we do PE, you know.
Yeah.
But times have changed, obviously. And
so
actually
nowadays
running is not that cheap.
Yes. So as we get more and more
so
serious, of
expensive.
course, the shoes we need the clothes we get better. So there's a lot of form of upgrades here and there. So nowadays when I run in cotton, I also feel very uncomfortable because all the sweat trap in the cotton it will get heavier and heavier and tend to drag us down.
Right. Yes.
During that time, how do you train for your first ever marathon, and eventually how was your first marathon experience, Jasmine?
Okay. So very interestingly, I signed up for my first marathon also because I knew there were runners in my office and that they could help me and advise me. So after I signed for my marathon, I remember asking my colleagues to just train with me, ask them for their advice. And also just a point to note, that year where I did my first marathon, my company sent, I think, 5 or 6 teams of Ikiden for the Standard Chartered Marathon. So we actually have like a weekday where we set aside for company training towards the marathon experience. So I was not doing it alone. I was doing it with my colleagues. And I think it helps to have your co-workers on this journey with me, on this journey with me. I did my marathon with a training structure of just 2 days a week.
Wow. Just 2 days. Okay.
Just 2 days a week. So you can also imagine how stressful it was because I had to squeeze a lot of mileage into each week so that I could have a proper build up to my marathon. But I did it. I did keep to almost, I think, 10-ish% increase in mileage every week to prevent any major injuries. So with just 2 runs a week, I managed to run my first marathon, I think, in 4 hours and 32.
Ooh. That's fast for a first marathon.
Yeah. It was unexpected because I think we don't run a 42 for a 42, right?
Yeah.
But we did some longer runs, like I think my last long was 36, and I knew I could fairly do it under 5. Yeah.
So this shows that an individual do not have to run a full marathon before to be able to attempt a full marathon race.
Yeah. No, never. We don't have to.
Okay. So like a lot of runners after completing their first ever marathon, right? They will they will swear off that I will never do another marathon ever again. Why did I put myself through this? Do you have the same thoughts in your mind during that time?
after my first marathon.
Yeah, a lot of runners will say, no more, no more, that's it.
Right. I'm pretty sure I probably said the same thing. But I do remember saying that after my first 100K.
Okay. Oh.
But maybe not so adamant about not doing another marathon after my first marathon, because I think that experience was, to me, it affirms the person that I am, I guess. You know, like after the marathon, you realize that all the hard work you put in has led you to this moment where you cross the finishing line, and that kind of overwhelming gratitude, as well as just being very proud of myself. Yeah, I think I was feeling all that rather than I made a mistake, I shouldn't have done it, or yeah, actually I was feeling very good. And I also knew that my co-workers were out there, and it was like a big celebration after the race.
Yes.
So I didn't feel that I didn't want to do it again. I actually felt that I wanted to sign up for another one.
More.
Shortly after, I was really started to look for other marathons to run.
So people,
but I do remember thinking that after my first ultra.
Oh wow! So people
100K, the first 100K was tough.
So I believe might be a few people might be really surprised at how Jasmine Goh is able to take your running journey this far all the way to the SEA Games. So, but
Yes.
when do you realize that you really have a crack to be able to qualify for the SEA Games?
SEA Games 2015 was held in Singapore. I was there supporting the Singapore team.
I see.
And the Singapore runners were popular runners that I knew and have competed with in our local runs. So I knew Jieshi, I knew Rachel, I knew Rayong, I knew Mok.
Wow.
So it was very nice just being there and seeing them run for the country. And I think along the way, that experience made me realize that it is something that I wish I have an opportunity to do. But it really took a friend who pushed me and said that I could be also a Singapore representative. And I think that made me realize that maybe I have a shot at that. But I can't do it alone. And 2015, or rather 2016, my eldest went to primary school. I think, yeah, if I'm not wrong, yeah, she went to primary school. So because she started school, it's like, you know, primary school, the timing and all that. So I feel that I could actually put in more timing. So just to backtrack, by 2015, so 2011 to my first marathon, I was running twice a week. After my first marathon and all the other ultras I did, I was running 3 times a week.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. But 2016 was the start of the year where I got myself a coach. His name is Lexus. And I was running 6 days a week.
Oh, okay. That's a huge
because
upgrade.
I wanted, it is because, again, I have a goal right now and I have to set the training in place. And I did remember telling Lexus, you can make me do whatever you want. Just bring me to SEA Games. That was the solid promise I made to him to commit to whatever training he throws at me in order to go to SEA Games. And I think if we have that kind of mentality, there's just no way you can fail.
Yes.
Because there's commitment, there's discipline, there is just determination to get to that point, which is to qualify for SEA Games.
Yeah.
And to be honest, at that point in time, I was thinking to myself, I think my personal best for marathon is like 3 hours 30. And I had to go 3 hours, I can't remember, I think it's 3 hours 7 minutes to qualify for SEA Games. So it was like shooting in the dark for me because I have never ran that fast. But I also tell myself, if I try, and I wouldn't say die trying, but I literally really told myself I'm gonna die trying, because that's how much I wanted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This comes back to the motto that you shared before, that your motto for yourself is show up as if I cannot lose. So I feel that it's really meaningful statement.
Yes, it is. I think if you show up as if you can't lose, you're already a winner.
Yes.
Like if you go to a race and you toe the line, you're already a winner.
As long as you show up.
And I think, yeah, as long as you show up, show up and do what you need to do, and then let God takes the rest.
I see.
Do the rest for you, and I really think that things will work out. But you have to show up and do your best.
Yeah. So just now you mentioned about the really being committed, the commitment will also may translate to some for some runners are treading on dangerous water because of the risk of really incurring injuries. So during your training intensity as it ramps up, how do you steer clear of those injuries that will backtrack you?
I have to say I didn't. I was injured.
You was injured.
Yeah, as fast as 1 month into that training, because I double up my load.
Yeah.
I got injured. I had shin splint. I had shin splint, so they call it like a stress fracture in a bone, and I couldn't run. So I actually took a lot of time off running throughout my attempt to qualify for SEA Games. So it was it's a bittersweet journey. I mean, I wish I had done it differently. I wish I can tell people I was not injured. I wish I could say that, I did everything perfectly, but I didn't.
Yeah.
And I think it comes from, like you're saying, it's really a fine line. And some of us, especially the competitive athletes, we can overdo things.
Yes.
Like running us to the point of, to the brink of exhaustion and to be injured and still ignore the signs. So I think my journey, even after, so when I started with a coach, and just 1 month after I had shin splint, I took like 1 month off, 1 month on, 1 month off, 1 month on. But during the 1 month off, I was not totally off. I was running in the pool. So I was doing my long runs in the pool. I was doing my speed intervals in the pool. Yeah.
I see. So it's quite consistent with the two other athletes that I spoke with. Of course, Serena and of course the Ying Rong lah. So both of them also incurred like serious injuries prior to their races. But it's really sheer strong willpower that really get you all through. Get all these amazing ladies to the start line eventually. So I really respect you all. Now women are getting stronger and stronger.
I think, women, we can take more pain.
Okay, I couldn't disagree with that now. Okay, I also love to ask athletes about their cheat day. What's your cheat day food? That you're able to eat, but you won't feel so guilty? Because that time I asked Serena, she said it's the seaweed. So how about you?
Seaweed is a cheat. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You like
sounds miserable, Serena. Surely you cheat on more stuff.
Yeah, she don't like sweet stuff. How about you?
Oh, she doesn't. I have a sweet tooth.
You have a sweet tooth.
But I don't. Okay, so some people are familiar with this. I actually haven't eaten rice for maybe 6 years. Yeah.
Okay, it's hard for
so
Asians
I don't eat
rice.
I don't eat rice. I don't eat noodles.
Okay.
I seldom eat bread also, so I get my carbs mainly from the vegetables and fruits. And of course my favorite, like cakes and chocolates and ice cream.
Wow. Okay.
So but if you ask me, do I have cheat days? I actually don't, because I think I practice intermittent fasting. I don't eat like between 8 p.m. last night to maybe 12 p.m. today. I will skip breakfast. And I think with intermittent fasting, in a way, you are already controlling the sugar in your blood, if that's sounds correct. I mean, the science behind it, you can Google. I'm not going to go into those nitty-gritties. But intermittent fasting, I think, helps you to stay in a fasted state. So before I run, I also do not eat. So if I run in the morning, I still do not eat. Maybe start eating at 10 a.m. or 12 p.m. So that I can have that 14 to 16 hours of no food.
I see.
I think intermittent fasting, as in eating habits, serves me better than having a diet. I think as endurance athletes, we all want to become fat adapted. Yeah, because ultimately marathon, ultra marathons are aerobic. So becoming fat adapted would help you burn fats during your races.
Yeah.
Then glycogen.
Really awesome. Okay, thanks for the awesome tip. And recently I've been spotting Jasmine all over Singapore. Seeing your pictures all over Singapore whenever I pass.
I'm back again.
Guardian Pharmacy.
Guardians.
the really look radiant and very very awesome. So
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great. That's the reason why I mentioned that you you doesn't look anything even remotely close to what you look like 3 to 4 years ago.
I think I also want to add, I think 3 to 4 years ago, that period when I started running 6 days, right? I was really not practicing self-care. I was really running myself to the ground, so to speak. I was putting in so much effort in training. I don't think I was eating well. And so I lost weight. I was injured. I was not in the best shape. So I can be very fit. I'm fit enough to run, but I'm not healthy. And I think the takeaway for your runner viewers, that fitness and health are two different things. And if I can choose one right now, I would choose health.
I see.
Because with health you can have fitness, but with fitness you may not have health. Yeah.
It's quite
and I
interesting.
think I didn't have
interesting.
health
Actually,
then.
recently, someone else also told me the same thing. The health
really.
doesn't mean you have fitness, it means you are healthy. So I get another validation from you as well.
Yes, because I was fit, but I was injured. What's the point of being fit enough to run, but you're too broken to run?
I see.
Right? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I had like fractures. I had a torn tendon. It just, I mean, I think I broke my mom's heart. Right?
Okay.
It was tough. It was tough. And I knew that people who care for me, they were worried about me. So after the SEA Games, and then I think sorting out my tendon, I had a new coach. So I don't know. So I'm now with coach. With Ben Pumam. So he prescribed me with a different set of training program, and I think right now I'm running happier and definitely healthier, and for sure not injured. So running, I think heart rate training is what is the program about, and I think heart rate training is so much better, and it gives you both fitness and health rather than just running hard all the time. Because when you run hard all the time, you can have very good fitness, perhaps very high VO2 max, but you have no health.
Yeah, maybe in future I also like to ask you about heart rate training, because I just dabbled into heart rate training only just recently. Last time it's always based on feel, how hard I go, how tired I am, whether I go fast depending on that day's form. So probably I'll take it down the table and go and ask you in future. So another thing another thing is of course with the recent virus situation at the moment now, with no races as the end goal, without any motivation, right? So how do you motivate? How do you feel that? How do you think that casual runners like us, right, will be able to motivate ourselves to really keep on going and keep on running? Any tips?
Okay. First of all, I want to say you should take this time to build your base.
Okay.
I think a lot of runners, a lot of us are just gunning for our personal best every week, right? If there's almost every weekend there's a race, and some people show up every weekend at the start line, and it's like you're chasing a timing or you're chasing your PB. But running is more than that, right? If running is a lifestyle, then take this opportunity to slow down, enjoy the run, and build your base. Because endurance, endurance building, base building is crucial if you want to be a good runner. But it takes time, and I think a lot of people do not set the time out to do that because they have a race every other week.
Yeah.
So now that you don't have a race, why don't you set aside this next 3 months to run at a slower heart rate, to run at a slower pace, and then build your cardiovascular up. Because like I said, you can have fitness, but you do not have health.
Yes.
So take this time to go within, find out why you're running, set new goals. There's always a time for everything, you know. I don't think we should all be chasing PBs and racing every other week. So maybe this is an opportunity for all of us to slow down and enjoy running for what it is all about. You know, just with friends. I do take some friends out to the trails to run, just to show them around. And these are the things I realized I couldn't do last time when my schedule was maxed out by preparation for races. But now I could say, hey, come, let's join old friends and do some slow runs together and chit chat. It's fun. Yeah, and of course now I have more time to spend with my kids. So
now, not just your mom, right? Your children will be worried about you as well.
You're right. I was when I was injured, I was very particular about them coming too close, or they will ask if I could carry them, and I would say no because you know I'm injured and I didn't want to aggravate it. So I feel that sometimes it's like a little bit sad because I can't be a good mom. And that's because I knew I had a goal and I wanted to fulfill that dream of mine, and I think they understand. But now it's different. Now I've incorporated strength training in my work, in my overall training program. I have strength training, I have heels training. I'm overall a stronger runner. I'm not injured. And so recently I was just joking with my kids that now I can carry them and do squats, you know, that kind of thing, because I'm stronger now. And I want them to see that progress in mommy. Because mommy never stops learning, right? Mommy was, well, I wouldn't say zero to hero, but you know, she was a very, very ordinary person, and then she became a SEA Games runner, and then right now she is dabbing into other things like strength training. They can see me getting stronger, and they also see me doing other things like coaching. So I think I want to let my girls know that there's just so much more to life and so much more to dream. And of course, the Guardian store thing, you know, like they see mommy everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, so they are amused actually to see their mommy in public places. And even their friends would text them saying, "Is this your mommy?" And then they'll be like, "Yeah, it is."
Wow.
So I hope they're proud of me, but I also want them to know that even at age 40, we don't stop dreaming.
Yes.
Yeah, we can still do what we want to do. And that Guardian campaign was part of a contest that I joined last year. So it was like a healthy beauty contest where you join and then they will pick the winners, and I was one of the winners, so I was featured in the stores. But at 40 last year, I was one of the oldest contestants. In fact, no, I was the oldest contestant in the finals. So being one of the winners made me very proud. Knowing that I could just win a contest that, you know, people would say that the younger girls would win. But no, at 40, I won the contest.
So, this shows that
at 40,
you outlast the youngsters, man.
in running as well,
Awesome.
No, No, but it's not like as a show off. I mean,
Mm.
I don't think my intention was to show off anything,
Mm.
but it's really to inspire
Mm.
anyone who has a dream that don't let age be a factor to stop you from dreaming big. I know Angela, who did SEA Games last year, she was 40.
Mm.
And so she's also one of my idols. I mean, I respect her for stepping up to represent our country.
Mm.
And I think it just goes to show, ladies, gentlemen, that age is really just a number.
Okay.
And I think 40 is the new 20.
Yes, couldn't
I
agree
don't
more.
feel that old, yes. When I'm running with the guys who are like half my age, I'm not afraid.
Mm.
Because I know that I have it in me to be able to run with them.
Mm. Mm.
So don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid to dream big. Mostly what you need to do is show up as if you can't lose.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, great. So the only time and first time that I saw Jasmine is of course on the recent trail run organized by Volvic at the dairy farm there. So during that time I was like, wow, Jasmine Goh, the SEA Games Marathoner. I wanted to go and say hello, but because I'm really an introvert in real life. There's some elites down here that I see on Guardian Pharmacy a lot. If not, there's could be Jasmine Goh. So I don't dare to go forward, but I can really see the joy in your that day running. You were chatting with your friend. You're running very relaxed and really doing your best to enjoy the whole run. You're not like really rushing to go and finish the run. So it's quite consistent with what you shared today. Yeah, it's really, really awesome. I can see a very happy and relaxed Jasmine during the trail run. Wow.
Yes, I saw you with the GoPro stick.
Yeah,
and I was thinking to myself, oh my gosh, this guy, I don't know how he's gonna do that and not fall down. Did you fall down?
Thankfully, slightly nearly twisted my ankle, but that's it.
Oh dear. It's a bit tricky to do that with a camera in trails because already, with two eyes, it's hard to not fall. I mean, there are people who fall. So imagine you take your eyes off, even momentarily, it's easy to trip and sprain your
So it's like
eyes.
just like Jasmine Goh I also like to challenge myself as well.
I see.
So today's interview with Jasmine, I think to wrap it up, the biggest takeaway is, of course, I think I have two big takeaways from you today. The first one is never you are never too old. Don't say if you want to try out something and try to go and achieve your goals, right? Don't say you are too old. It's never too late to go and try anything and go and chase.
No.
Yes, this is the first.
If anybody tell me they're too old, I'll be like, what? Are you sure? Never. That is almost, I would say, the lamest excuse, really, because age is really just a number.
Yeah.
I mean, if you see and if you Google, there are people who are still running in 70s and 80s. So what's there to stop you?
I also got one friend that started running at 50 years old as well.
There you go. Nice. It's people like that inspire, really. Not so much the people who win marathons and do it in the prime of their life, but people who step out and show the rest of us that we can still do it in 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. I think they deserve a lot of respect.
Awesome. Couldn't agree more. And the first takeaway was that, and the second big takeaway is, of course, doesn't mean that you are fit equals healthy. So it's not a balanced equation. Fit doesn't mean healthy. So this is what Jasmine is trying to advocate here today as well. So being healthy enough to be able to spend quality time with the family is the most important, right?
Yes, especially right now. I think number one on our mind is health, isn't it? With all the news of the virus, I think everybody now appreciates health more. We shouldn't have to take an event like that for us to step back and say health is important. Right? It should be like our priority, something that is paramount in our life, that our health is the most important. Without health, you can't do anything.
As much as I agree with you, but most people don't really prioritize their health until they have reached a crisis point. So that's the unfortunate thing. Yes, even myself as well.
Yes, it is. Right. So don't wait. I mean, Yeah, but I think what you're doing is great because I read your story as well. I think you were also overweight and then you lost weight running. And
Yeah.
I think what you're doing for the community is
Mm.
fabulous
Yeah.
because you are bringing some of the runners
Mm.
out in this sense in your podcast and your YouTube channel
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
other runners who have no access
Jasmine
to the
endorse me.
information.
Yay.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, so happy.
Thank you for no, because the first video I saw of you, was you running in Vivo City. I thought that was funny.
That was during another crisis.
Yeah. Oh, the haze, yes.
Yes, correct.
You did a half marathon in
Yeah.
Vivo.
Yes, desperate.
That's amazing.
Yes, so runners
Desperate,
are
eh?
really awesome, determined people. Really, when there's a will, there's a way. So last but not least, I'd like to ask Jasmine, what's next for you?
Well, of course, there were a few, and I think like everyone else, they were cancelled.
Yeah.
I am not sure now, but if KL Marathon is still on, then I would be going to KL Marathon.
Mm.
And then I was planning to go to Rinjani, Mount Rinjani, to do the ultra there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think this year I wanted to go back to my ultra base, just to go back to my ultras and run more ultras because it's really what I enjoy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's
The
hope the
marathon
crisis will
is
be over
very.
soon.
Oh
I
yeah.
really miss races.
Oh, you do?
I really
Okay.
miss so it's one of the motivating
You-
things that keep me going as well. Lah.
Yeah, for sure. It keeps you accountable. There is something to work towards. But I think if you really like running as a lifestyle, then you know life still goes on. You can still run.
Okay, so great. So thanks, Jasmine, for today's interview. Really learned a lot in this short interview. And I also very sad that day I missed your event because of my school. If got another chance, just let me know. I would really want to go and attend some of your events and learn more things from you. So
Yeah, sure. Or we can do a mini class with your, I don't know, viewers if they are keen.
Some of my running friends are gloating their photos with you to me. I ask them, stop showing it to me. Don't make me jealous.
I see. But it was a great turnout. I'm very grateful because I was expecting nobody.
Why got nobody?
And I was no because because I was afraid that they wanted, but I was afraid they wanted to stay home. And it's obviously valid, social distancing and all that. But I'm also very grateful for the people who showed up, and I hope I did share some valuable insights and motivated them, inspire them.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I received a lot of positive feedback from that for that particular day. They learned a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
good.
It's really awesome. Okay, so thanks for today's interview to help me work together to go and inspire more casual runners to keep on going. Thanks, Jasmine. You're really awesome.
Thank you.
So yeah,
You are too.
Thank you. So we keep in touch and yeah.
We can do a virtual high five.
Virtual high five. Awesome. Okay, so thanks, Jasmine, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, goodbye.
Okay. Bye.